Hey, Elisa.
Oh, it's you. Sorry, were you worried?
A little, yeah. Seeing you like that just kind of reminded me of that night in Nord.
Oh, right. Ugh, I'm so pathetic. I keep going on about how I'm going to be independent, but then I get all worked up over something as trivial as this.
Seeing the city from above at night is really something, though. And to think, you got to take in a beautiful view like this every night growing up.
Yeah, I guess so. It used to be my grandfather, my father, and my mother here. Then after my father died, Sharon joined us. But through the years, my family has always enjoyed seeing the lighted windows of Roer at night.
Something that never changed, huh? I guess it is to you what Ymir's mountains are to me.
Maybe every family has something like that. Still, first my grandfather left, and now Sharon and I aren't here most of the time either. Mother just stays here all on her own. Every time I think of that, I just feel like crying. It breaks my heart. I can't understand why she chooses to be so alone.
I thought so. You're not just angry at her then.
Well, she gets under my skin, that's nothing new. But if I was in her place, I don't know how I'd cope. I couldn't live like she does, losing herself in her work all alone with no friends or loved ones by her side. She wasn't like that before, back when my dad was still alive. She's always been a career woman, but back then she was kind, funny. She had this warmth, you know? But ever since Dad passed away, she hasn't been the same. Work became her life. She pushed Grandfather out as chairman, all for what? More work? I've never seen her indulge herself. Not even once. If she isn't dining with some business partner, she eats nutrition bars instead of meals. Sharon scolds her for it, but that's how she is. And that's why I'm scared. I don't want life to just pass her by.
That's really sweet, Elisa.
Where did that come from?
You're always looking out for the people in your life. Even when they get on your nerves, you still care about them. It's like how you and I were at first, or how you were with Laura and Fee. Heck, I still remember how you told me off for hurting my sister's feelings. You've been keeping an eye out for Milliam all this time, too. And you should know that we're all really grateful to you for it. Especially me. I'm worried about what's happening here in Roer, too. This is your home, and your mother might be caught up in whatever's going on. I think we should look into it. What do you say?
What? But with all our field study tasks, where would we find the time?
Why not do it while we're out handling those? Making some headway is always better than making none, right? I mean, I'm not the only one who feels this way. Everyone else does too. Fee cares. So does Elliot. Machias does too. Even Crow's been concerned about you. We can use our time in the city to poke around and find out more about what's going on. You know, kind of like we always do.
Well, if you say so, but I'll save the thanks for later. I doubt Sharon will tell us anything, no matter how much we pester her. But I'll ask around and see if anyone I know has any idea what might be going on. It shouldn't be too late to give some of them a call at least.
All right, I'll leave the info gathering to you. Once we get our task list tomorrow, we can discuss how we want to do this.
All right. Anyway, I think I'm going to start calling my contacts. Oh, and one more thing. If I were you, I wouldn't go around stroking girls' heads like that. I mean, you don't just go whispering sweet nothings into any girl's ear, do you? This isn't so different, really.
Huh? Oh, I guess you're right. Sorry, it's something I always did to my sister when she was feeling down. But now that you mention it, she did seem to resent it more as she got older. But when I stopped doing it, she called me insensitive and got all upset anyway.
think your sister and I would have a lot to talk about. But anyway, I'll see you later.
All right. Well, she seems like she's feeling better now. I just hope our efforts will turn up some good leads. Huh? Call functionality works here? I guess it would, seeing as we're right in the headquarters of the company that built these. Maybe it's the instructor. Hello, Reen Schwarzer speaking.
Oh, good, it went through. Glad I was able to get your number from Milliam.
Is this Captain Claire?
It is. I apologize for calling so late. Are you free right now?
Yeah. What's up?
There's something important I'd like to discuss with you, but it's a matter best discussed in person. Would it be possible for you to meet me in the city? Sooner is preferable.
Like, right now? Would this happen to be related to our field study?
Technically speaking, yes. But with the provincial army on alert, traveling in a large group would draw too much suspicion. That's why I decided to contact you directly. You're the team leader.
People keep saying that, but I never recall agreeing to it. But, sure, I guess. I'll head out right now. Where should I meet you?
Go to the upper level. On the south side of the elevated walkway, you'll see a bar called F. It's a quiet, upscale establishment. The perfect place for a private discussion.
A bar called F on the south side of the upper level. Got it. I'll head there right away.
I'll be waiting. I'm not on a schedule or anything, though, so there's no need to rush. You've got time. And, by the way, I'd rather you didn't mention any of this to Elisa.
Huh? Why?
Because what I want to discuss with you happens to involve the Reinford Company. But I'll leave it to your discretion. Anyway, you know where to find me.
It feels a bit cruel to keep only Elisa out of the loop. But it sounds like it's pretty important. I think it'd be better to go now and tell everyone else about it later. I need to leave, but I don't want to leave the front door unlocked. But if I ask someone to lock up behind me, they'll want to know where I'm going. I guess I might have to tell Elisa where I'm going after all.
Will you be stepping out?
Sharon? I couldn't even tell she was there.
There's no need to explain. That glimmer in your eyes tells me all I need to know. Not to worry, Master Reen. Your secret's safe with me. So enjoy your night to the fullest.
Wait, what?
You have a date with a fetching young lady, don't you? I'll make sure no one notices your absence, especially my lady. Just be certain you're back by morning.
I assure you, I'm not that lucky. I just got word that this acquaintance of mine was visiting Roer, and they wanted to catch up a bit, so I was going to slip out and see them for a little while.
Very well then. I'll lock up behind you. I'd also be glad to help you build an ironclad alibi. No one would think twice, even if you were to stay out all night.
I appreciate the thought, but I don't think that'll be necessary. Anyway, I'll be back later.
Of course. Take care.
It's past 9 already, but I still see quite a few people working. I guess it comes with the territory, working for the world's largest industrial manufacturer. What was that? Right. She said she'd be waiting at a bar called F. It's supposed to be somewhere on the southern side of the upper level. Should I head straight there?
Where are you going?
V, how long have you been there? Wait, have you been trailing me ever since I left the penthouse?
Well, I saw you slip out. So, where are you going? Are you really headed out for a late-night romantic rendezvous?
What kinds of lies has Sharon been feeding you anyway? Okay, here's what's up.
That totally sounds like a rendezvous. Sorry, I shouldn't have interfered.
Whoa, it's not like that. Well, you know everything I know about it now. Why don't you come too?
You sure?
No reason not to. It sounded like whatever info she's got has something to do with our field study. And honestly, I wasn't all that keen on having a one-on-one with a military officer to begin with.
Gotcha. But first, I want to walk around a bit.
After we've been walking around all day?
Whenever I come to a new city, I always like to get a feel for what it's like during the day and the night. I feel kind of uneasy if I don't.
Oh, right. It must be a Jaeger thing. All right, I'll join you for a little stroll. I don't want to keep the captain waiting too long, though. Will once around town be enough?
That'll be fine. Okay, let's roll.
By the way, did you happen to run into Sharon on your way out?
She saw me leaving, but she just let me go.
Even the best maids aren't that all-knowing. This was some kind of classy bar, I think?
Seems pretty lively in there.
Wow, this city's got a nice feel at night.
Yeah, it's really pretty. This is where Claire said to meet her, right?
Yeah, this looks like the place. Captain Claire. Oh, what? I guess it makes sense that she wouldn't come here in uniform.
The charms of an older woman, eh?
I think I'll manage. sorry I kept you waiting.
Don't worry about it. Oh,
Hi.
Yeah, I kind of ran into her on the way here and told her she could come along. That's not a problem, is it?
not at all. I assume you've been surveying the town while acting as Reen's bodyguard?
Sounds like you've done your homework.
The intelligence division has told me a little. Anyway, I think we might attract a little too much attention if we stay at the counter. What do you say we get a table for 3? It's good to see you both. I think this may be the first time we've been able to have a proper conversation.
You may be right. I was hoping I'd get the chance to sit down and talk with you too, actually.
Oh?
You sure you don't want me to go?
That's not what I mean. I have a lot of questions, like about why Milliam transferred into our class, for example. But there's one really fundamental question that would go a long way toward answering a lot of the others. What exactly is it that you and Chancellor Osborne are trying to accomplish? Let's look at that standoff with the Provincial Army earlier this evening. It's hard for me to feel much sympathy for them after they drove armored cars right into the middle of the city, but maintaining order in the provinces is generally accepted to be the duty of the provincial armies. Maybe it's just me, but it seemed an awful lot like you were just trying to provoke them by belittling their authority.
It did look like your people were picking a fight.
Viewed without the proper context, I can see how it might look like that. But right now, the factional conflict in the Empire is nearly at its breaking point. Crossbell is buzzing with talk of independence, and Calvert is still weathering its immigration disputes. In such volatile times, there's a very real need to create a far more expansive network to help maintain public order. The only organizations that are up to the challenge are the Railway Military Police and the Intelligence Division.
That may be the case.
Still, your boss is the one making those conflicts worse.
I can't deny that, but at the very least, the Chancellor is acting with a sense of integrity. He hasn't stooped so low as to give aid to terrorists, unlike some others I could name. I want you to at least understand that.
Wait, so...
Wow, she really said it. So the noble faction's been the one backing the terrorists, huh?
I'm afraid there's no longer any doubting it. We've all but confirmed the involvement of Duke Cayenne, the most prominent representative of the 4 great houses. The 3 airships the Imperial Liberation Front have been using have been traced back to Ordis as well.
I'd wondered how they got their hands on those.
I've heard the Duke is just a gaudy old man, but Eustace's brother came to pick him up in Legram, didn't he?
That's what Toval told us. And now, Rufus just so happens to pop up on another of his secret trips. Captain Claire, what's going on in Roer? And how are Elisa's family and the Reinford Company involved?
I guess it's time to get to the matter I called you here for in the first place. The Railway Military Police is currently weighing the possibility of a forced inspection of Reinford's first factory.
Sounds serious.
The first factory belongs to one of Reinford's major divisions, right?
Correct. It's one of the main divisions and handles the bulk of the company's iron and steel processing, among other things. They're also currently under suspicion of something I'm not at liberty to discuss with you right now. The 2 of you are aware that project management at Reinford is split up across several major branches, right?
It is?
And on top of that, she's got her hands in the development of our Arcus units, too. It's way too much work for one person. How many projects does Mother have under her wing right now?
Well, I'm afraid I can't give a simple answer to that. But suffice to say, the chairman only knows about a small number of the projects in development by the Reinford Group. Well, lately, the directors have.
Come to think of it, I overheard Elisa and Sharon talking about something like that.
For years now, Reinford has been the Empire's heavyweight when it comes to heavy industry and manufacturing. The company is split into different divisions that handle things like steel production, railways, weaponry, and tools. The problem is that those divisions have simply become too large. Large enough to have their own internal allegiances. Some to the nobles, with others supporting the reformist faction.
Are you serious?
So even companies are taking sides.
I'm sure Irina Reinford is aware of this to at least some extent as the company's chairman, but the self-supporting accounting system she introduced has the side effect of granting each division a long leash. Because of that, I doubt even she has a full grasp of the situation.
So, the first factory you guys have your sights set on for that inspection is aligned with the Noble faction, I assume.
You assume correctly. And the provincial army is doing everything it can to stop us from carrying out that investigation. That's what led to this evening's quarrel. I imagine Chairman Irina is currently doing her utmost to rein in all the divisions and get them back in line. The thing is, when she seized control of the company 5 years ago, she had to rely on support from both sides. Being indebted to them like that, I have my doubts she'll be able to target the underlying problem.
It's sounding shadier by the minute.
You can say that again. The situation seems even more dire than I thought. And while all this is going on, the factional conflict keeps burning hot across the rest of the Empire.
I've told you as much as I can right now. Tensions are mounting all over the country, but Roer has an extra fuse of its own. Try to gain an understanding of the crisis unfolding here. Then do your best to stay out of it. Whatever other lessons Class 7 takes away from this field study, I hope that ends up on the list. I wish you the best with the remainder of your field study. Please have the bill sent to the Railway Military Police Branch Office in Roer Station.
Certainly. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Wait! The bill!
Looks like she just picked up our tab. She gave us some good intel, too. For free, even.
I can't just go running after her now. Looks like we owe her one.
So, you like the mature type, huh? She's sorta like Sarah. Except responsible and composed.
You can say that again. Oh.
Must be yours.
Hello? Reen Schwarzer speak.
Reen? What are you doing?
Oh, it's just you, Elisa.
What do you mean it's just you? Is it true some girl invited you out for a night on the town?
Whoa, hold on. A late night date? I thought you only had eyes for me, Reen. Anyway, good job, kiddo. You better spill all the details later, huh?
He'll do no such thing!
Now, I'm sure there's nothing to worry about. He was with him too.
Still, it was rash of you to go out on your own without at least consulting us.
Ready to head back?
Yeah, I think that'd be for the best.
Keep up the good work!
The time has come. First hype, then crossroad. Now show me the food to witness our confusion.
As you wish.
We'll hit them so hard, they'll be picking up the pieces for weeks! You heard the boss, man. Tomorrow's a red-letter day for us. A real do-or-die moment, in every sense of the word.
All our preparations will be rewarded soon, when we sweep in and take the Chancellor's head. Keep your eyes on the prize, and give it all you've got!
Yeah!
So tired.
The air here is so fresh, especially for a city with this many factories. It must be because we're up in the mountains.
I'll say, compared to the capital, the air quality is pristine.
Well, the capital does have a few 100,000 more people living there. Sure is a nice day today, isn't it, Elisa?
Not as nice as last night must have been.
I told you, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'll bet you are. I cannot believe you! After all those things you said to me last night, you go rushing out to meet another girl!
Ooh, the skies might be clear, but I'm sensing a stormy forecast today.
Well, all things considered, even if we assume Captain Claire is trustworthy, I'm not sure how wise it was to go out on your own.
I know. In hindsight, I regret keeping it to myself.
Still, it was pretty bold of Captain Claire to show up alone to meet Reen. Even dressed down, I wouldn't have thought she'd go out alone with the provincial army on patrol.
I'm guessing she's more than strong enough to handle herself. Not sure what her weapon of choice is, though.
I wish I could have seen her all dolled up, though. But she was a real knockout. Come on, that would put a spring in any man's step. I don't blame you for sneaking out alone.
Oh! No! It's not like I knew she was going to show up wearing a cocktail dress. I swear!
You seemed pretty taken by her when she showed up yesterday, though. And your eyes were glued to her right up until she left the scene.
Oh, really?
So while we were enjoying a quiet evening, you were out carousing with a beautiful woman, were you? You lucky son of for shame, Reen! We're here representing the Academy on a field study!
I swear, you guys are just making things up at this point. But thanks to the information I got from her, we have a pretty good idea what's going on here in Roer. And now that we know, we should be able to do something about it. What do you think, Elisa?
Yeah, I'm in.
So in short, the first factory did something to catch the eye of the railway military police, prompting an inspection. And all the while, the provincial army's been here blatantly trying to prevent them from doing that?
Let's not forget that the first factory is run by none other than the Noble faction.
I know that the divisional directors have been operating without much in the way of executive oversight for years now. But Mother always allowed it. She thought that encouraging competition among the divisions would yield more innovations. I never thought that'd lead to something like this.
Seems like the lesser of two evils.
By the way, hearing about the first factory made me curious. Do the other divisions have their own political allegiances?
Well, to give you a basic idea, this is a bit oversimplified, of course. Divisions are made up of many people, and they all have their own opinions. But the positions of each division's directors are clear as day, though. The first and second factories in particular have had a pretty fierce rivalry going on between them for years. But even still, I wouldn't have expected the first factory to do something flagrant enough to prompt a military inspection.
Neither would I.
Alright, we're gonna do whatever it takes to get to the bottom of this. And when we tie this up all nice and neat for her, even my mother will have to admit she's grateful to us.
Sounds like a plan.
That's the spirit.
Offhand, I'd say this falls under the scope of our field study, too.
Thanks, everyone.
Sounds like we're in for a ride.
Anyway, let's take a look at the field study tasks Sharon gave us for today.
Yeah, I think we can handle these.
It's still 8 a.m., so we have plenty of time to work our way through the list.
And while we're doing that, we can ask the people we meet about how things stand between Reinford's divisions. Look alive, everyone. It's time to get to work.
Right. Roger.
Gotcha.
Now's our chance! We can do this!
Alright! Freeze! Get it?
I'll handle it.
Here we go!
Right!
I'll handle it.
My turn!
Alright! My turn!
I'll handle it.
Here we go!
Alright!
Oh no, you don't!
My turn. Got it. That one all right.
See? You make a great team.
I did it! Advantage is ours. Let's finish him.
Leave it to me. Freeze! Get it?
My turn! Go!
Broken. My turn. Got it. It's over.
Right! All right, let's keep going.
I did it!
Advantage is ours. Let's finish him.
Leave it to me.
Here we go! Second form, game! Now's our chance!
Okay.
Right!
My turn.
My turn. Hostiles neutralized. Guess we're safe. advantage is ours. Let's finish him.
Here we go!
All right.
Okay.
My turn!
My turn!
All right.
My turn. Now. That one all right.
See?
Advantage is ours. Let's finish him.
All right. This one's got your name on it. Hope you like it.
Here we go! Now's our chance!
My turn. I'll handle it.
My turn! Now's our chance!
My turn. Eat less. Now.
I'll handle it.
Go!
My turn.
I'll handle it. Done. But we can't relax yet.
chance. We can do this.
Go! Second form, Gale!
My turn.
My turn. Target lock.
My turn.
All right. Go get him.
I'll pick you up.
I'll handle it. Got it.
Go! My turn. Now's a chance.
Broken. That one all right.
See? We make a great team.
This one's all ours.
My turn.
All right.
I'll handle it.
My turn. Is everybody okay? Now's our chance. We can do this.
My turn.
Go! Okay, it's safe for now.
Advantage is ours. Let's finish it.
My turn.
Okay. Target lock.
My turn.
My turn.
Leave it to me.
Here we go! Okay, it's safe for now. Chance. Let's get him!
My turn.
Bang, bang, bang! Go!
My turn.
My turn!
My turn.
My turn! That's that. Let's keep moving. Now's our chance. Let's get him! My turn!
Leave it to me. Eat lead!
My turn. Now. It's over.
Focus activate!
Thanks.
Go!
My turn. Eat lead! Go get him! I'll take you up! You're done! Alright, let's keep up the pace.
I'll be right behind you.
Now's our chance. We can do this.
Go! Now's our chance!
Broken. I'll handle it. Got it.
Go!
That one all right.
See? We make a great team.
Oh, a treasure chest.
This one's dangerous. Stay on your toes.
My turn! All right, let's do this!
Yeah,
Sure
got
thing!
it. I'll handle it.
Yeah, you're done. Cross Raven! See ya!
I'll handle it.
There's a performance just for you. You've been a wonderful audience.
My turn. Arcus activate. Yeah.
Flames, gabble on my blade!
I'll handle it. Here we go. Silky dance. That's that.
Go! Now's our chance! Let's go, everyone!
I got you.
My turn. Freeze! Get it?
Too easy.
Okay.
Right. Arcus activate.
Here we go! Now's our chance!
Broken.
Leave it to me.
Oh no, you don't!
My turn.
Oh no, you don't! Ha! Go!
it to me.
I'll handle it.
Go! Go!
Broken.
You're finished!
That one all right.
See? We make a great team.
Done.
Yeah, more of that. Thanks.
I did it!
I did it!
I did it!
All right. Arcus activate. Ha!
Here we go. Now's our chance. B.
Okay. I'll handle it.
right.
Here we go. All right, let's do this.
Got it.
My turn.
Thanks.
All right. Here.
My turn.
Right.
Go.
Okay.
My turn. Here.
Okay.
Go. Go.
Broken.
Leave it to me. Right.
My turn.
I'll handle it. Here.
All right. Freeze! Get it?
My turn. Now's a chance.
Broken. Leave it to me.
Okay.
My turn. There.
My turn.
Leave it to me.
Now.
I'll take you up.
Okay. Arcus activate.
Go.
it to me. Bang, bang, bang!
Yeah.
My turn! Arcus activate!
My turn. There! Go!
Broken.
Leave it to me.
My turn. Got it.
All right. Eat lead. Ha!
My turn. All right, let's do this.
You got it.
Leave it to me.
I'll handle it. One, two. Done.
Here we go.
My turn!
All right. Arcus activate.
Okay.
Here.
Go.
Ha! All right. Arcus activate.
I'll handle it. Here.
Here we go. There.
Ha!
My turn!
My turn. There. Go. Let's go, everyone.
Roger.
Got it!
I'll handle it.
Leave it to me. You picked the wrong guy to mess with.
Great.
Done.
Yeah, more of that, thanks.
All right!
A+ outcome.
Ugh, every minute we spend here, things are getting worse for the miners.
Stay calm, Elisa.
Yeah, the railway military police are on their way, after all.
Let's at least try and get a look at what's going on.
But man, if terrorists really were planning to blow up the mine?
It would shake the very foundations of the Empire.
That looks like a tough one. Watch out!
Well, to start with, we need to work out exactly what's going on here.
If it's true that the terrorists are working with the Noble faction, then it seems likely their aim is to eliminate the evidence of whatever they've been hiding in the first factory.
But did they really have to go this far? The iron mine is owned by His Majesty the Emperor himself, right?
That's right. The province of Nortia is tasked with managing it while Rhineford mines, refines, and processes the iron. And iron is the single most vital natural resource to this nation's continued survival. If this isn't resolved quickly, it's going to deal a heavy blow to the entire country, including the nobles themselves.
So I guess the question is just whether the noble faction and the terrorists realize that or not. Sounds to me like they're a pretty divided bunch as it is.
Yep. The terrorists seem like they're basically all commoners, too. They're only cooperating because they both see the Chancellor as a common enemy.
And if that's the case, it seems pretty likely that what they're doing here is related to that somehow.
Sounds like someone started the party without me.
Angelica?
You came too, George?
Yo, figured you'd show up eventually.
Well, we had to test the sidecar, obviously.
Spike is just full of surprises. He made the trip to Roer in 7 hours. So, speed-wise, we're looking great. Comfort, though, we're gonna have to tweak a few things.
I swear, you two never change. Kinda figured Toho wouldn't be able to make it, too.
Yeah, she's working on gathering a boatload of information, though. She said she'd be in touch if she finds anything out.
That's reassuring, at least.
Could someone tell me what's going on?
You seem to be hot on the trail of something, but I'm not sure it's the same thing we're investigating.
Does this have something to do with those family affairs you told me you were worried about?
Yeah, it does. I had some nagging suspicions about it. Unfortunately, my hunch turned out to be right on the money.
Hold on. Isn't the director of the first factory...
My dear Uncle Heidel Rogner. Yeah. Seems like it might do us both some good to swap info. How about it?
Now let's find a better place to talk.
They're dumping iron onto the black market?
Yeah. The amount of steel they're producing doesn't quite match up with the amount of iron ore being mined. That's been the case for quite a few years now.
Officially, the reason given is that the purity of the ore being mined is lower now than it used to be. But if you look at what's coming out of the mine, there's no evidence of that.
Well, that would explain why the figures don't add up.
And because they were feeding the raw iron onto the black market rather than the finished steel...
That makes it a lot harder to notice when a little goes missing here and there.
Man, Toa put all the pieces together on her own?
I'd expect no less from my beloved Toa.
She poured over everything. Rhineford's yearly sales figures, government reports of the mine's productivity, you name it. That's how she picked up on the discrepancy.
She's really something else.
Iron ore being sold off the black market, accounting sheets that don't add up. George, how much iron ore is unaccounted for, roughly speaking? Do you know? Assuming for a moment that all the missing iron was refined into steel, how much steel would we be looking at?
This is just a bit of speculative math on my part, but I'd say somewhere in the neighborhood of 100,000 Torum, which is enough to build 2,000 oxen tanks.
2,000?
That's practically an army.
The Saxon iron mine is a pillar of the Empire's economy. The amount of iron they pull out of there is almost ridiculous. Even if you pocket a small amount every year, it's going to add up to a lot of iron real quick.
What are they planning to do with all of it? Is the noble faction trying to make their own tanks in secret?
They couldn't even if they wanted to. Only the second factory has the knowledge and equipment to make tanks. And not only does the second factory have close ties with the Imperial Army, it also leans toward the reformist faction.
You need all kinds of complicated technology to make even a basic tank. It's not as simple as just grabbing some steel, some blueprints, and some grease and getting to work.
So what does that leave them? Selling the iron to another country for profit? I don't know how likely that is. Seems like deals that big would be too easy to trace.
Okay, so setting aside the ore itself for a moment, now that you know this, and given what's happening in Roer right now, what were the two of you planning on doing?
It's pretty simple. My uncle oversees the first factory, and the provincial army is blockading the mine. There's no way my family isn't involved. On the other side, you've got all the miners just trying to do their jobs who got dragged into this whole mess. I'm a Rogner. I might not be a great daughter, but there's no way I'm gonna let this go on without putting up a fight.
Angie,
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You're seriously gonna go talk to your old man about this?
Hell no. Like he'd even listen to a word I said. Same goes for the Provincial Army. I'd just be wasting my breath. That's why I'm planning on sorting out this mess myself. I used to work part-time in the mine. I know the place like the back of my hand. As long as I can find my way inside, I think I can handle the terrorists well enough.
I figured you'd say something like that.
Honestly, does nothing faze you?
In that case, I'd like to ask that you take us along.
We can look at this as a test of how to best respond to a sudden crisis. Looking at it from that perspective, I think it fits neatly within the scope of our field study. You?
Yeah, after hearing all that, I don't want to let them have their way.
Agreed.
I'm with Angelica here. My family's involved in this too. I feel like I have a duty to do something about it.
Thanks. Truth be told, I was kind of hoping you'd back me up anyway. Whatever help you can give, I'll take it.
Well, that's that.
The next thing we need to consider is how to slip into the mine without the Provincial Army taking notice. At the very least, Angie should be able to get the officer in charge to talk with her, but...
So, what, we sneak inside while she's distracting them?
I don't know. That sounds a little overly simplistic to work.
Leave finding our way in to me. If anyone's good at cutting red tape, it's my mother. Maybe she could help us out.
She could, but would she?
Well, if you think so.
Alright, I'll leave securing an alternate route to you then. For now, I'm gonna see if I can find out anything else about my family's or the Provincial Army's involvement here. George, give Toa a call and see if you can find out what the Imperial government is doing about all this.
Gotcha. I'll see if I can turn up any machinery that might be useful too.
This is starting to feel like last year's field studies all over again.
waiting for you.
I knew it.
Like the rising of the sun.
I see how it is. You're taking Rhineford's side again, huh?
As long as I wear this uniform, I'm simply a humble maid of the Rhineford household. You, the chairman, and Master Gwyn are all deeply important to me.
Thanks, I think. Show us in, then.
Of course. Please follow me.
Bring them in.
As you wish.
Mother, we need to see you.
Excuse us.
I apologize for canceling our dinner plans last night, but it's looking unlikely I'll be able to join you tonight either.
No, that's fine. We understand.
It's hardly surprising given the current circumstances.
I'm not sure what's keeping you so busy, considering you haven't even managed to fulfill one of your most basic duties.
My lady.
The miners who work at Saxon are employees of this company. With the Provincial Army barricading the mine and refusing to budge, those miners are at the mercy of the terrorists. I assume you've issued a formal objection to Marquis Ragnar?
Not on behalf of the company, no. It sounds like Director Heidel Ragnar of the First Factory has requested something be done, as a formality, but nothing more.
That's it? The First Factory has been dumping huge amounts of ore into the black market for years now. Don't even try and tell me you haven't noticed it.
Of course I've noticed. Being unable to bring the First Factory in line allowed that to happen, and that's my failure, I admit. But think, if we assume the terrorists aren't acting alone here, what good would it do to issue an objection to Marquis Ragnar?
Well...
There are many possible outcomes to this crisis, and we must be prepared for all of them. For example, we need to consider the possibility that the terrorists may set off an explosive in the mine, and how to respond to that. This is a global company. Measures will need to be put in place to protect stock prices, taking Crossbell into account, too.
She's got a point. Anything that affects the Rhineford company is going to indirectly affect a lot of people's lives.
Correct. The Rhineford Group is its own entity with its own role to fill. And I have mine as chairman. The Provincial Army and the RMP are acting in accordance with their purpose. And one might even say the same of the terrorists. Action with a purpose. That's what keeps the world in motion. So tell me, what's your purpose?
Well...
If you get what I'm saying, I suggest you leave. I expect the explosion at the military factory is the extent of the damage the terrorists will cause here. I'll give you several additional tasks. I suggest you work on those for the remainder of the day. And considering the situation here, I think it'd be best if you leave Roer tomorrow morning. You have my permission as a sitting director on the Academy's board.
But...
Yeah, I don't think so. I'm not going to keep making the same mistakes anymore.
Oh?
All my life, I've turned a blind eye to what was going on right in front of me. I did it when you drove Grandfather out and took his position as chairman. And I did it when Father died and you let work become your life. All along, you've been working to build the company bigger, and all along, I just looked the other way. But in our field studies at Thor's, I've seen the imbalances and injustices of the world crop up over and over again. But even with that, and all of us, really, have to face that head on. And that's exactly what we've been doing. You asked what our purpose is. After 6 months at the Academy, that's my answer.
Well said.
Agreed.
That's why this time, I don't plan on backing down. You need to hear the truth, and I need to be the one to tell you. As your daughter, as your family, and above all, as someone who's watched the Rhineford Company grow ever since I was a little girl. Mother, you're running this company the wrong way.
My lady.
Can I assume you, in your infinite wisdom, are planning to tell me the correct way to run my company?
Naturally. But I still need more experience before I can do that. I promise you, though, that by the time I graduate from the academy, I'll show you how this company should be run. As someone who just might succeed you as the chairman someday, I should be able to do at least that much.
It's one thing to make a promise. It's quite another to live up to it. Still, at least you're starting to see the bigger picture.
Mother.
Give it to her, Sharon.
Certainly. Here, my lady.
What's this? Some kind of key card?
Correct. It opens the door to a passage that connects Roer City to the iron mine.
Wait!
There's really a secret passage?
The former chairman built it for use in case of an emergency. You'll find the entrance in the underground part of a maintenance room on the upper level of the city.
If we use that passage...
We should be able to completely avoid having to deal with the provincial army.
I'm not going to say thanks. Right now, I just believe this is the best way to press forward. And I'm going to tell you why through actions, not...
Excuse us, Madam Chairman. We've learned a lot during our field studies, and we'll put it all to use to come out on top.
You don't need to worry about us.
They've grown a lot in the last 6 months. It's been a pleasure to watch them. Surely it wouldn't hurt to acknowledge that Lady Elisa has grown too.
She's still got a ways to go. If she wants to take the mantle of the Rhineford Company from me, she'll have to show me she's got what it takes. Anyway, it seems all our principal players have assembled. Can I ask you to do one more thing for me?
Certainly.
Who would have thought there'd be an underground passage going all the way from Roer to the mine? Gwen really does think of everything.
Oh, you know Elisa's grandfather?
I've heard you two got along famously back when he was still living in Roer.
He taught me all kinds of great stuff. How to pick up girls, the best spots in the entertainment district, you know, the really important things in life.
It's not that I can't believe it, it's that I can. Too easily.
I can only hope to sit and learn at the feet of the master one day.
Still, it's probably thanks to him that Angie didn't go any further off the rails than she did.
Can't deny that.
That's nothing to laugh about.
I wonder if we'll seem as colorful to the first years when we're second years.
So, you think this is gonna work?
All right, that should do it.
What is this thing?
An orbital wave antenna?
It's currently in development at the Institute of Technology, but I managed to convince them to let me borrow it. It emits directional orbital waves to widen the area where you can transmit and receive signals. That means you'll be able to use your Arcus unit's communication functionality even down here in the mine.
That sounds pretty handy.
You can do that?
Yep, Toa is busy gathering information on what's going on across the Empire right now. and I'll be able to pass that info along to you while overseeing this operation. But if things get too dangerous, I'll give you the order to pull out, so make sure you keep the line open.
Got it.
It'll be nice to have some support.
Well, if George is just a call away, we've got nothing to worry about.
Okay, I think it's about time we got going. And thanks again, everyone, for coming along. I've got my Arcus on me, so I should be able to hold my own in battle.
Always room for one more with us.
Your knowledge of the mind will really be invaluable.
I'm looking forward to seeing you clean up with those Taito skills of yours.